What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? I'm going back to my original page after this jump. I ain't paid my stream yard bill. I'm gonna pay my stream yard bill. I'm going back to my original jump. I need my flames, man. I need my setup. I need my TWT up there. I'm tired of this fucking duck. You know what I mean? It ain't the same. I'm sick of it. But anyway, right? I digress. This is gonna be my last stream over here. This is gonna be my last stream with the duck. So everybody say goodbye to the duck after today. But appreciate everybody sliding through this thing. Glad y'all can make it. My bad. I posted this EP about 7:30 a.m. My ass, I went to breakfast this morning. My ass got full. I've been asleep all motherfucking day. I woke up and I got straight to my brother's shows. Man, my brother's been cooking today. Shout out my brother Phil's a great work. My brother D Free, great work. Shout out to the whole TWT fam. What's good, Cyree? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Cyree. TWT in the bit. Let me go let my dog in the house. I let my dog outside to take a piss. You know what I mean? They don't even got my photo up over here on this side. Don't even got my avatar working right over here on this side. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that thumbs up for your boy. Whether you here for a good time or a long time. I ain't gonna be here no for about maybe an hour, y'all. I'm gonna be here about an hour. I'm gonna get in, get out. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too long today, but I gotta hit on a few subjects. I'm gonna go through the roll call, you know what I mean, real quick. Then I'm gonna hit y'all with the informational teas real quick, and then we gonna have us a little boxing conversation, you know what I mean, about Hector Garcia and about Tim Bradley, right? We gonna start with the Taylors, right? We gonna start with J.Taylor, and we gonna start with Michaela Maya calling out a Taylor, you know what I mean, a big Taylor, right? So I appreciate everybody sliding through. If y'all could help keep the likes with the views, y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. Glad you're here for a good time or a long time. Let YouTube know that we over here talking this good boxing. Let YouTube know that let YouTube know where you at, right? Greatly appreciate everybody sliding through. So I'm gonna start with Michaela Maya, right? Michaela Maya is coming off the first loss of her early boxing career, right? Michaela Maya is a gold medalist. You know what I mean? She's coming off her first loss to Alyssa Baumgartner. Shout out Alyssa Baumgartner. Shout out Michaela Maya. Put on a great fight. Since the Alyssa Baumgartner loss, and Baumgartner told Michaela Maya that you will not be getting a rematch, right? So in the turn of events, Michaela Maya has decided to move down, you know what I mean, in weight, right? I mean, she decided to move up in weight, right? And she has moved into the lightweight division. Michaela Maya has now taken, you know what I mean, to her social medias. She's been saying in interviews, right? She shifted her focus from Alyssa Baumgartner, because she's no longer at the 130-pound division. She's moving up. She's moving up, to the 135-pound division. And her attention now is on Katie Taylor. She told Katie Taylor, I'm here. I'm here, Katie. I'm not going nowhere. So it's time for us to go and do, you know what I mean, our thing. If you don't want to take my word for it, you don't got to, right? Because I'm about to go to the article, right? Give your boy a little time. I'm finna cover my monetization. No, I ain't sure if it's on or not, right? But I'm finna check and see. And then I'm going to go straight to the article. And we go read it straight from the words of Michaela Maya. Okay, we on. They limited for whatever reason, but we on. And I like the attitude, you know what I mean, from Michaela Maya. I like the fact that Michaela Maya ain't letting the loss discourage her, right? I like the fact that Michaela Maya ain't letting the one loss, you know what I mean, discourage her to go from Alyssa Baumgartner and then go to call out Katie Taylor. You know what I mean? I salute that. I commend it. You know what I mean? We need more of these men, right, to kind of be like these women boxers when it come to making these big fights happen, making these big fights pop. You know what I mean? I got 14 people in the building. I got 16 likes. If y'all could, hit that thumbs up for your boy. What's good? Alex Alberto G, Boxing MMA, Josh Sanders, my brother G5, my brother DS was good. Cyreek, Mr. PSA, Yo the Wise, D Free. I think that's everybody. Josh Sanders was good, my brother. Appreciate you sliding through. But yeah. So I want to, I like Michaela May. I always have. I actually had my first, fight breakdown and prediction. This fight with Michaela Maya and Alyssa Bumgarner, right? It was supposed to happen like in February. Then it got pushed back like a month to like March or something like that, right? Whatever the time frame was, right? It was supposed to happen earlier. The Queen died, you remember, and I had to push it back. And my first fight breakdown and prediction, I actually picked Michaela Maya to win, right? And my second one, I picked Alyssa Bumgarner. So understand, I like Michaela Maya, right? So shout out Michaela Maya, you know what I mean? From going straight from the Bumgarner law, showing mental toughness, right? Showing mental toughness, right? And saying, you know what? I lost the Bumgarner, cool. I'm going to move up and I'm going to call out an even bigger name, right? Better fighter yet to be seen, right? But I'm going to call out an even bigger name, right? Undisputed K.Taylor, right? One of the biggest names in women's boxing. So I commend, Michaela Maya for that. I wish more men, would move like some of these women move, right? He said, man, boxers are push, except a small amount. Facts, Jordan. You know what I mean? But I'm about to go to this Michaela Maya article, right? So we can read it verbatim. I'm trying to get in and out this, John. I'm trying to get it in with under an hour, right? But shout out Michaela Maya. Here we go. I got it. Could y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy? Greatly appreciate y'all sliding through. I got 15 people in the building. I got 17 likes. If y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy. What's good, Shower Allah? What's good, Queen? Nolly Ray, what's good, Nolly? What's good, Nolly? Really, y'all here for a good time or a long time. If y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy. Greatly appreciate y'all. Great folks sliding through. But I'm about to read this article right on Michaela Maya. We about to get into a shot of my Michaela Maya. You know what I mean? Trying to give us these good fights, right? These great fights, right? But let's go and get into it. Michaela Maya is all for fighting arguably the biggest names in women's boxing as soon as possible at that. The former unified junior welterweight titleist from California is scheduled to move up to the 135-pound division in the wake of losing her title to Alyssa Bumgarner, the 130-pound IBF, WBC, and WBO unified champion. Maya will reportedly take on Christina Lardado. Christina Lardado is the only fighter to ever beat Alyssa Bumgarner, right? So Michaela Maya's first fight at 135, she's taking on the only person to ever beat Alyssa Bumgarner. Commend Michaela Maya for that. You know what I mean? Her first fight up there, she's fighting a former champion, right? A former unified multi-division champ, right? Christina Lardado. Michaela Maya's decision was informed by the fact that she had run out of attractive options at 130. WBA titleist Ming Chow remains unavailable, and Bumgarner was not immediately interested in the rematch. But the story may change for the lightweight Maya, especially if she can get in the ring with Kayla Taylor, the division's undisputed champion and one of women's boxing most popular ambassadors. Kayla Taylor was involved in one of the most, I don't know what the fuck that means, I'm just say thrilling, enthralling fights in 2022. Enthralling, ENTHRALLING. Never seen that word in my life. One of the most enthralling fights of 2022, a lightweight title fight against multi-division champion Amanda Serrano. The back and forth affair ended with Taylor winning narrowly on points in front of the sold-out Madison Square Garden in New York City. If Katie Taylor is open to making the fight, my bad, I'm sorry, I'm reading too fast, right? What's good, Rick? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, family. Glad y'all can make it. If y'all could, jab that like button for your boy, Ricky. What's good, What's good? We talking about Michaela Maya calling out, Kayla Taylor. Shout out to my girl, Michaela Maya. You know what I mean? Fighting the unified champion, her first fight at 35, and then saying she want Kayla Taylor after that. More men should follow these women's suit, right? One loss don't change shit. You keep shooting for the best. You know what I mean? Keep giving us the fight you like. We'll support you forever. You know what I mean? But this is Michaela Maya's own words right here, right? Quote, if Katie is open to making this fight, I think it can happen a little bit sooner. Michaela Maya told ID Boxing. But I don't know where her head's at with that. I don't know who she wants to fight next. And she obviously has the right to choose who she wants to fight at this point in her career. We'll see what she wants. It could probably happen sooner if she's on board with it. So basically right there, what Michaela Maya was, she's being respectful of Katie Taylor, right? And the legend of what she is. But she basically saying, if Katie Taylor really want that fight, it could happen soon, y'all. Like, she nicely, right? She nicely saying, I want that fight, right? If Katie want it, it could happen because we could make it happen. Bob and her side, we could make it happen. It's basically a nice call out. She's nicely calling out Katie Taylor. Like, that's in a disrespectful way, right? She's saying this. I want the fight, but Katie, might not want to fight. That's basically what she's saying. I want the fight, but Kayla might not want it. But she being respectful with it. She said, hey, if she want the fight, it can happen sooner than you think, right? So that's Katie Taylor, end quote. Taylor and Serrano are reportedly headed towards a rematch in the summer in Taylor's homeland of Ireland, possibly at Dublin Croke Park. In the fight with Serrano somehow fell through. Maya said she would be more than willing to hop on the plane as a fill-in replacement. You know what I mean? So she said she understands that the undisputed rematch might happen, but if it don't happen, she would like to be next in line. You know what I mean? So this is Michaela Myers again, word for word. Quote, I would gladly be. I really would. I know that her and Serrano have a rematch clause and they should be fighting soon. But if for some reason, if the fight didn't happen, I'm here. I'm available and y'all could give me a call. I fully understand what she's done for the sport and that she is really worthy of having her next fight in her hometown at Croke Park. And maybe a lot of fighters don't want to open themselves to that position. But you know me, I really don't care. I'll be there if I'm called upon. You know what I mean? So shout out Michaela Maya, for putting her bid in for the undisputed champ, in her division. She said not even her next fight. She said if your next fight fall through, give me a call. I'll be open for it. So I thought that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Michaela Maya stepping up to the to the champ as soon as she get in the division, right? Shout out my boy, you know what I mean, Shakur Stevenson, right? They both going from 30 to 35. Michaela Maya, going straight for the champ. I wish Bob Arum would let Shakur go straight for Devin, right? I think that's a much better fight than the Lomachenko and Devin, right? A much more competitive fight, right? I wish Bob would do the right thing and go and push Shakur in there, right? I think it's ironic, like how I ain't gonna say Shakur, don't want to fight Devin because I'm sure he do, right? But I think it's crazy how they both going from 130 to 135, and we see Michaela Maya about to fight Ladardo, calling out Taylor, and Shakur, he about to fight Yoshino, who is ranked, right? But we don't know really what he gonna do. I feel like he most definitely should be put in front of Lomachenko, right? But I don't blame Shakur for that. I blame Bob Arum for that, right? You know what I mean? I blame Bob Arum for that, right? But I digress, man. Shout out Michaela Maya, and I hope that fight, goddamn it, get made. I'm interested in her next fight with Ladardo, because again, like I said, the only Melissa Bumgarner feels like an undefeated fighter, but she has one loss. I got 16 people in the building. Can I get everybody in the building to hit that thumbs up? If you haven't, greatly appreciate you sliding through, whether you're going to be here for a good time or a long time. Be finishing up on Michaela Maya, calling out K.Taylor in a respectful way, right? Just making herself available for a fight if Michaela Maya can't find, herself a fight. Right, Yoda, I think I'm going to put that on the screen too for a second. Facts, Yoda, I agree 100%. I think Shakur has his starter pack. I think Shakur has used his starter pack to the T. I think Shakur has a big enough name right now, right, where he can start making those big fights. He's been a multi-division champ, right? He's been a unified champ, right? I think now is the time where he's at that point where it's time for him to leave him so he can reach his superstardom, his plateau, right? Because at this point, I feel like being under Bob is, kind of submerging him, right? You know what I mean? Either he should leave Bob, right, Yoda, or Bob need to pay him goddamn $5 million a fight type shit, right? Bob either gonna have to come out of his pocket, but if he gonna keep you, on this deal that you own, you and I already ran your courts with do, right? But that's a conversation, or that's a EP for a different day, right? That's an EP for a different day, right? The next announcement, right? The next information of T, right? Josh Taylor has another injury, right? Josh Taylor hurt his foot, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna scroll on up to that article, right? The Jack Catterall rematch has been postponed again, right? So Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall supposed to have been fighting each other for a while now. You know what I mean? Almost a year. Now, right now, this is an informational point, but I think I'm going to cook on this for a little second, right? Because I think I see what's going on here. I think now, just for real, though, Judge, and I want in on it, too, when y'all do it. I want in on the Judge. When y'all do it. Matter of fact, Judge, what you got going there? But anyway, I digress, right? But, Josh Taylor, right? Josh Taylor has suffered an injury, right? Josh Taylor suffered an injury, right? So now this fight has been postponed like 3 or 4 times. No exaggeration. Like now we be like, this fight been postponed 5 times. Now this fight really probably has, bro, been postponed like 5 times. The first time, right, J.Taylor said, I don't want to do it. And then three months later, J.Taylor came back and said, I'll do it. And then like 2 months after that, right, J.Taylor got hurt, right? You know what I mean? Type shit. And now we didn't fell on damn near a full year. Go back and look at Jack Catterall box record. I'm not just talking. That fight happened in March, if I'm not mistaken, right? I haven't looked at the box record. I'm going strictly off my mind. I think that fight happened in fucking March. You know what I mean? And J.Taylor comes to find a reason to push this fight back. You already done dropped out of belts. The man really beat you for undisputed. The man already really beat you for undisputed. You know what I mean? Right? And then you say you don't want to fight him. You start dropping the belts. Then you say you will fight him, right? And then you got to postpone the fight for whatever reason, right? And now all of a sudden you hurt. You know what I mean? And what I think you're trying to do, Josh, right? Hold on, wait. First, I'm jumping the gun. Let me read the injury report, right? Let me tell y'all the injury report before I get on. Right? Let me tell you the injury report, right? This story by Jake Donovan from the boxing scene. Shout out Jake Donovan from the boxing scene. Yet another delay has come with J.Taylor in the Jack Catterall rematch. Boxing scene has confirmed that Scotland suffered a tear in the arch of his foot, thus forcing a postponement of his planned lineal WBO Junior Welterweight Championship defense. The second fight with Catterall was due to take place March 4th. See, I told you it was March. This March. And they fought last March. March 4th at the OVO Hydro Arena in Glasgow, Scotland. The same site which saw Taylor reclaim a questionable split decision victory over last February. So the fight happened in last February, not even March. So that's even longer. I was wrong. It's been more than a year. It's about to be a year. He kept that man out of the ring more than a year, longer than a year. The fight happened in February, so that's next month, right? Taylor is expected to be out of the ring for 4 to 6 weeks. Thus, it remains unclear if postpones the fight as a whole or if England's Catterall will be afforded a stay busy fight. So the fight is kind of up in the air right now. So they don't know if Catterall will go on with the fight or if he go wait on J.Taylor again. Y'all get what I'm saying? I'm going to tell y'all why I think J.Taylor constantly pushing this fight back. You got hurt again. Now it's going to be another 4 to 6 weeks. It's a couple of reasons I think J.Taylor ain't had another fight yet. I've been doing EPs on this story for a minute. You know what I mean? I think it's a few reasons why he don't want to fight. You know what I mean, Jack? But I'm going to get into it. I'm going to finish this great article by my guy, Jake Donovan. I'm going to finish this article. You know what I mean? Taylor is expected to be out of the ring from 4 to 6 weeks, though it remains unclear if the postponement fight as a whole or if Catterall will be afforded a stay busy fight. One possibility is for an interim WBO title fight to be made available depending on the severity of Taylor's injury, when the schedule will allow for his ring return, though it remains an unconfirmed option in the early stages of the development, right? So what Jake is saying is, right, there's a chance that they may let Catterall go ahead and fight for an interim WBO belt, right? So that means that's a version of them, kind of, stripping J.Taylor. My thing is, why is either J.Taylor can't fight or he won't fight, and I think it's a little bit of both. And I'm gonna tell you why after I get to the when I get to the end of the article. Also, currently in the exploration is preserving the fight date. Taylor Catterall 2 was due to headline the Sky Box Office event in the UK. Though boxing scene has learned that the event promoter Boxing is looking into moving the card to a regular Sky Sports show, representatives from Boxer were unavailable for comment. All are sight for Saturday's Chris Eubank and Liam, Smith Sky Box Office. That was last Saturday, right? Top-ranked representatives did not immediately respond to an inquiry seeking a comment on clarification as this goes publication, right, about the Catterall and J.Taylor thing. So a whole bunch ain't came out about when, about exactly what's going to happen next with J.Taylor in Jack Catterall. The closest to justice served for Lancaster's Catterall was the demotion and status of Judge N. John Lewis, whose 1411 scorecard for Taylor industry-wide scorn along the disciplinary action from the BBC British Board of Control, right? So the judge that scored the fight 1411 for Josh Taylor got suspended, is basically all they're saying. It did little to change the outcome of the fight or Catterall's guarantee of challenging Taylor. None of the four sanctioning bodies saw fit to identify the 20-year-old English southpaw as the mandatory challenger, a statue he enjoyed with the WBO heading into their first and only fight. Taylor has since relinquished the WBC, WBA, IBF titles for failure to defend versus the respective number one contenders, all for the sake of proceeding with the rematch versus Jake Catterall. I think Jake being a little nice, you know what I mean, right there. He said he let go of the belts just to fight Jack Catterall, right? Jake's a nice dude. Jake being nice. I think he let go of the belts because matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you why, right? Okay, so Jack Catterall, so Josh Taylor has been injured again, right? Josh Taylor hurt himself again, and the Jack Catterall rematch has been pushed back again. This time it's gonna be pushed back at least 4 to 6 weeks, right? It's gonna be pushed back 4 to 6 weeks. Now, I made an EP earlier, right? I said I ain't gonna say this is a fact, right? Because I don't want to incriminate nobody, right? But actually, I think in the same EP, I was like, you know what? I ain't even incriminate him because it was already known that Josh Taylor, right, was working with DK and he was working with MTK Global, right? Josh Taylor had to come out and make a statement, a public statement, that he was no longer in business with MTK Global, right? Because we all know MTK Global is under FBI investigation for working with the mob, right? So Josh Taylor had to come out and confirm that he's no longer working with them, right? So that's public knowledge, right? So what I was saying the whole time was, hey, I think Josh Taylor assets, right, his shit may be froze. I think a lot of his assets may be froze. I'm not sure when he gonna fight again or if he gonna fight again, right? This was early on, right? And then he start dropping the belts. And everybody like, oh, man, why Josh Taylor dropping belts? He dropping the belts. I was like, because I don't think that man can fight again. You can't defend your man. I don't think it's because he's scared of these guys, but you can't defend or fight your mandatory if your assets froze. You don't know if you go get, paid or whatnot, right? So I think it's a little bit of that going on. It's a little bit of uncertainty, with his dealings with DK. He's already public knowledge that he used to deal with DK, right? So his assets may actually be frozen, or he may not know. He may not be allowed to fight just yet because most of his money may be tied up into MTK Global. And y'all know how the FBI and their RICO shit work. If any of your money is tied into, drug money or somebody's assets who's been frozen, they got to freeze your assets because it was obtained with dirty money. You get what I'm saying? So Josh Taylor may be dealing with that, right? I'm going to just say may, right? He could be dealing with that, right? And it's another thing, right? This inside of the ring, this the boxing, on the boxing tip, right? I got 16 people in the building. Can I get all 16 of y'all to hit that thumbs up? What's good, Edgar Chavez? Shout out my boy Anthony Jones. Appreciate y'all sliding through this. A1 Hoops On. What's good, my brother? What's good, family? Appreciate everybody sliding through this thing. I ain't going to hold y'all here too long. Just want to have this boxing conversation real quick. We got 2 more things to talk about. The first thing we talked about was Michaela Mayer. Michaela Mayer has issued a challenge to, K.Taylor. She said if K.Taylor, she understands that Undisputed is probably next with Serrano and K.Taylor. She said, but if somehow their fight is to fall through or after that fight, she'll be open to fighting Michaela Mayer. She'll be open to fighting K.Taylor, next in her new division, right? She said if K.Taylor is with it, right, it could really happen sooner than everybody think. What's good, D-man? Appreciate you sliding through. But her next fight is with Christina Lodato at 135. Michaela Mayer has moved up. Christina Lodato is the only person who beat Alyssa Bumgarner, right? So her first fight is going to be against Christina Lodato at 135, and then she issued a challenge to K.Taylor. Now we on Josh Taylor, right? And he hurt his foot. He tore like a heel ligament in his foot. He gonna be out 4 to 6 weeks. So the fight with Jack Catterall is up in the air. They don't know if they about to let Jack Catterall fight for an interim WBO title, which is basically like them stripping Josh Taylor, right? Or they don't know if they're just going to push the fight back. If Jack Catterall just go push the fight back even more and just wait on Josh Taylor. Now I'm telling y'all why I believe, right, that Josh Taylor, either can't fight or he just ain't go fight. You know what I mean? I've been saying this for a minute. A lot of our favorite fighters is tied up in this DK thing. Josh Taylor is one of the fighters who publicly was known to be, MTK Global, to work hand in hand with DK. He had to come out last year and let everybody know publicly that he's not working with him anymore because, of the investigation that's going on with MTK Global and the mob and DK and all those people. So he had to come out and publicly say, you know what, I'm not working with them people. He had to sever ties with them for that reason, right? So maybe Josh Taylor can't fight, but he can't publicly say that he can't fight. So that's why he keep, getting injured, or he keep making up reasons, to push this fight back, or stuff just ironically keep happening, right? There's one tip, right? The other tip is, right, I think it's a little bit of both as far as inside the ring go, right? This is where we at now. I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of uncertainty about his assets, right? And I also think that he want to get the physical advantage over Jack Catterall, because Jack Catterall gave him a run for his life. He gave him a run for his money. You know what I mean? He gave Roger. I ain't fucking with you, Roger. I ain't fucking with you today, Roger. You know what I mean? Roger, you finna throw me way out, Roger. but damn, look, this nigga done already threw me out. Motherfucker. But yeah. What the fuck I was it? What the fuck was I saying, Roger? The fuck you up? I'm right there. I got it right there. I'm right there. I was just talking about him being, with DK. Oh yeah, I think he want to kind of wait Jack Catterall out a little bit. I think he want to wait Jack Catterall out just a little bit, right? Because Jack Catterall gave him a run for his money. He said he was about to talk about Josh's greatness. Yeah, I think it's a little bit of him, right? I think it's a little bit of him, right, trying to wait out Jack Catterall a little bit, right? Because, I think he underestimated Jack Catterall, right, in that first fight. I think deep down he know, right, that Jack Catterall kind of beat him. So I think he like, man, I'm finna try to, wait him out a little bit. I want to keep dude out of the ring for as long as I could. You know what I mean? He said, I want to keep dude out of the ring for as long as I can. You know what I mean? Type deal. So I think it's a little bit of, I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of the uncertainty, or rather, if he can fight, right, his assets, his situation with DK, right? Because he's been working with him from the beginning. He's been working with him for the longest. You know what I mean? So this MTK Global is what built Josh Taylor. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's a little uncertain there. And I also think it's a little uncertainty on if he could really beat Jack Catterall. Did y'all see at the Chris Eubank fight? Did y'all see that incident with Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor? What happened in the crowd? I ain't gonna tell y'all yet because I want to see. Did y'all see it? Did y'all see the incident? Did y'all see the incident that happened with Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall at the Liam Smith, Chris Eubank Jr. fight? Yeah, D-man. It's a little bit of that too. So what I'm saying, I think it's a little bit of that. And I think it's a little bit of the asset situation, right? With him, being a known, former client of DK and MTK Global and shit. He said, yeah, he tried to beef with Jack. Y'all saw that? All right, so Roger, so you saw it, right? Okay, now look. You saw that shit, Roger. Okay, so now look. Josh said, no, what happened to? Okay, so look, at the Chris Eubank and Liam Smith, right? For whatever reason, Jack Catterall was sitting with Ben Shalom. Ben Shalom is the dude that run boxer, right? He's the guy that put on the Chris Eubank. He's the guy that put on the fight with, Eddie Hearn, Chris Eubank, and Liam Smith, right? Ben Shalom is the guy. Matter of fact, I know how y'all remember Ben Shalom. Ben Shalom is the guy that promotes Savannah Marshall. Y'all remember Clarissa Shields was talking to that young dude that was on stage with Savannah Marshall. He was like, she was like, you never gave me my respect. The young dude, Ben Shalom, the guy that Clarissa Shields was talking to when Savannah Marshall, him. he was sitting there with he was sitting next to Jack Catterall, right? And Josh Taylor was sitting like 3 seats down for whatever reason. Like for whatever reason, they had Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall sitting like 3 seats down from each other, right? Ben Shalom was sitting next to Jack. It was another white guy. It was Josh Taylor, and then it was another white guy next to Josh Taylor, right? So it was like 6 people. Ben Shalom, Jack Catterall sitting on the outside. You got Ben Shalom next to Jack Catterall. You got 2 white guys. You got Josh Taylor, and then you got another white guy at the end. First of all, why the hell they sitting there close to each other anyway, right? But I said all that to say this, right? I said they was about to fight. They was about to fight. They was about to fight, Josh. They ass was about to fight, Josh. They was about to fight. I don't know what was. I don't know what exactly was being said. I don't know what exactly was being said, right? But it was some fighting words being said, right? And Josh Taylor got mad and he stood up and he tried to charge Jack Catterall, right? But I said all that to say this. I believe he's trying to wait out Jack Catterall so he can have a physical advantage. Because I think Jack Catterall has the mental advantage over Josh Taylor already, right? I think Jack Catterall has a mental edge over Josh Taylor. So I think in order for Josh Taylor to kind of get that mental edge back, he needs to feel like mentally that he has the physical edge over Jack Catterall, right? He gave Josh Taylor is a guy, right? Even with Regis, right? Josh Taylor and Regis fight, they went toe to toe. You know, he made Regis box a little bit, right? Josh Taylor gave Jack Catterall everything he had, right? And Jack Catterall was the better man than him that night. He knew it. Mentally, right? He know he didn't win that fight. He know he didn't win. That's why he's so aggressive. You know, when he see Jack Catterall, I think Jack Catterall already mentally has Josh Taylor beat. So I think if Josh Taylor feels like he has a physical advantage over Jack Catterall, right? And how do you get that? By making him wait a year and a half before y'all step in the ring again. You know what I mean? So I think it's a little bit of Josh Taylor uncertainty with the whole Daniel Killerhead thing. I think that's why he got rid of those belts early, right? I think that's why he said, you know, he didn't want to go into a media rematch, right? And I think that's why he couldn't defend the belts because he's not sure, right, with that situation. And then he said, okay, you know what? I'll fight Jack Catterall again because people saying I'm ducking him, right? So that's going to look bad. He's okay. So I'll fight Jack Catterall again. So I can say that's the reason that I'm dropping all these belts because I want to fight Jack Catterall. Because if you remember initially, he said he wasn't going to fight Jack. And then all of a sudden the narrative became, well, he dropped the belts because he wanted to fight Jack. But now I remember when you first said this, you said that you weren't fighting Jack Catterall at all. You know what I mean? Then you start dropping the belts, and then the narrative became you dropping the belts to fight Jack Catterall, right? So I think what Josh doing right now, he trying to make sure that his financial situation straight, right, with the MTK and DK. And I think he's trying to get a physical advantage, right, over Jack Catterall. I think he's trying to make Jack Catterall either be out of shape, right, or he's trying to have him rusty when they get back inside of the ring. You know what I mean? I think he needs every physical and every mental advantage over Jack Catterall for his sake. Because he's a guy that when he press people, normally, you know, people break. And Regis did the best, right, at not breaking. And arguably he lost the Regis fight, right? Some people feel like he did, right? But he got through with that one, right? That's one. You could get by with one, right? I think he knew that. Well, it's just one time, right? But then you fight Jack Catterall and the same thing happened again. You got people questioning whether you won. When you look at the 2 biggest fights of your career, right? 2 of the 3 biggest fights, right? Jose Ramirez was one as well, right? You look at 2 of the 3 biggest fights of your career, Roger said Josh is a dirty boxer, but it does work on Catterall because of his style. Yep. Facts. Facts. You know what I mean? When you look at 2 of the 3 biggest fights of your career, right? Regis, Jack Catterall, and Jose Ramirez. Let's throw Jose Ramirez out, right? You look at 2 of the 3 biggest fights. It's a question. It's questions whether you won or whether you lost. Most people feel like that you lost Jack Catterall fight. 90% of people, 95% of people feel like you lost against Jack Catterall, right? About half the people feel like you lost to Regis. So 2 out of 3 of the biggest fights of your career are questionable, right? So I think J.Taylor is questioning himself right now. I think right now Jack Catterall is mentally whipping J.Taylor's ass. You know what I mean? So I think J.Taylor got a little demons, and he fighting with a couple of demons in himself right now. What guy wins the championship? What guy tell you, I'm finna fight this fight, I'm gonna move up to 47, I'm gonna fight those guys at 47, right? You fight this fight, you win, and you don't move up to 47, you stay at 40, you drop all your belts. It's either you can't fight or you won't fight. Just a lot of, flip-flopping uncertainty going on with J.Taylor. Now he injured again. You know what I mean? I got 22 people in the building. I got 28 likes. Can I get everybody in here to hit that thumbs up? I know sometimes we roll on there a little too fast, right? And we forget, let me hit the thumbs up. If y'all go hit the thumbs up for your brother, greatly appreciate it. Let YouTube know that we live. Let YouTube know that we cooking. Whether you just passing through or you're here for the duration. Just to catch you up a little bit, Michaela Maya has officially moved up to 135. Her next fight is against Christina Lardado. She said after the Christina Lardado fight, or if Kaylee Taylor and Amanda Serrano happen to follow through, she said she would love to fight Kaylee Taylor. You know what I mean? She would love to put her name in the pot. That's a fight that she would want. She said, and she believes, right, that if Kaylee Taylor is open to it, she understands she has the right to, choose who she want to fight at this point in her career. She said if Kaylee Taylor is open to it, she believes that fight could happen sooner than later. Now we cooking on J.Taylor. You know what I mean? Being hurt, he tore a ligament in his heel, right? So the fight with him and Jack Catterall going to be pushed back about 4 to 6 weeks. I believe Jack Catterall is trying to get every advantage that he can. You know what I mean? In this Jack Catterall rematch, I think he's trying to wait him out a little bit so he can build up a little ring rust, maybe build up a little fat. You know what I mean? Jack Catterall, maybe he be out of shape. They can work better for the mental of J.Taylor. You know what I mean? Type deal. And I also think it's a little bit of uncertainty with his, his dealings with MTK Global, who's under investigation for being tied with the mob, right? Publicly known, J.Taylor was with MTK Global and Daniel Killahan, which is why he came out last year to make a statement that he's no longer working with them at this point, right? So that's the J.Taylor update, right? Now we about to get into the nitty-gritty, right? Now we're about to get into the nitty-gritty. I said I wasn't gonna keep y'all here longer than an hour. I'm at the 40-minute mark, right? So that's about right. I'm right on schedule. Right? So let's get into the nitty-gritty. So we got Hector Garcia and we got Tim Bradley. Who I'm gonna fry first? Let me roll up. Who I'm finna fry first, bro? Because both of y'all finna get fried. And I'm not even saying that I disagree with what Hector said, right? Right, I most definitely disagree with what Tim Bradley said, and I'm finna fry Tim Bradley for 2 reasons, right? So I'm gonna get into Hector first. I ain't even saying that I disagree with what Hector said, right? But I'm finna fry Hector because you a goddamn fool. You know what I mean? You a goddamn fool. What you mean you should have kept going, right? And I said the same thing I said the same thing. Hector, I said the same thing Hector said. Man, if I'm about to read what Hector said first, I ain't gonna get into it too. I'm about to read what Hector said first, so y'all can see what Hector said. Hector basically said, right, he feel like the momentum of the stoppage, right? Hector basically said he feel like the momentum of the stoppage, right, helped Gervonta Davis out, right? Now, I'm not even saying that I disagree with it because I came out and I said the same thing. I said he gave both of them a break, right? But that's all that Tank needed, was their little break to knock his motherfucking ass out, right? And I'm glad that Tank knocked his motherfucking ass out too, because I remember Hector Garcia said in the goddamn media press conference, the picture He had on a little raglan ass suit, right? He had on a big raglan ass suit. Actually, the suit didn't even fit his little peanut head ass. You know what I mean? That nigga had on the suit, right? And he took a picture with the whole card with Tank, Boo Boo Andrade, my boy Desmond Nicholson, and all them. He was like, I look like a lawyer up here with all these delinquents and shit, right? Basically saying he looked like a lawyer up here with all these black people, like all them was delinquents and prisoners and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really happy Tank knocked your motherfucking, muffin cap back blue, right? Really happy he knocked your shit loose, knocked your shit blind, right? You know what I mean? And I ain't even saying that I disagree with what you're saying, because I think he gave, I think I agree with everything he said. He said he feel like he had the momentum, and then the stoppage happened. Well, let me tell you what this dumbass nigga, I'm finna read exactly what this dumbass nigga had to say. Listen to this dumbass nigga, y'all. I'm gonna skip all that fluff. I'm going straight to his comments and his comments only. Listen to this dumbass nigga, y'all. This is what he had to say. He said, if I won the fight against Gervonta Davis, it would have elevated me. What hurt the most is I got stuck in the moment. I had the rhythm in the fight until the referee stopped the fight. I felt I had gained composure, but after that, everything was loose. Garcia said in an interview with Fight Hub TV. I continue. I digress. It wasn't right, but it was the ref's call. You have to respect it, but it wasn't right. Once I got to the hotel, I recognized that I should have continued. I kept questioning myself at the hotel. Why did I stop? I should have kept going. Now, I'm finna tell y'all why I'm finna grill this nigga, right? Because look, I'm finna grill this dude, and I agree with him. But I'm gonna tell you what he did. This nigga said, once I got to the hotel, I recognized that I should have continued. I kept questioning myself. Why did I stop? I should have kept going. So he felt like when the fight stopped, it stopped his momentum, right? And I agree with him. But you know what? Now? Because your dumb ass, you came out and said this. You knew you wasn't supposed to stop. And you stopped. You trying to blame the referee. Go back and look at it. I went back and looked at it after I read this. And I'm not saying that you're wrong. I feel like the momentum did swing. But you stopped. Tank stepped back. He stepped back again. And you stopped moving. And you looked over there too. You stopped. And now you telling me the referee shouldn't have stopped it. Nigga, the referee paused because y'all paused. Tank initiated the pause because nigga, I'm tired. Tank knew you had the fucking momentum. I'm not mad at Tank. Tank knew what the hell yeah. You fucked up. And you know you fucked up. And you still tried to slick blame the ref. And then you go say, well, yeah, I fucked up. I shouldn't have stopped. Right. Y'all took a pause. So the referee took a pause with y'all. You let Tank get the break. Fact, shower. You let Tank get a break. Tank saw the shit. Tank looked over. He looked back at you. Right? He stepped back. He looked over again. He stepped back. He looked at you again. And then you put your guard down. You allowed the break. All I said was, yeah, they changed the momentum. But it's heck the fucking fault for sure. And the fact that you come out and you say, I had rhythm in the fight until the referee stopped the fight. That's where I'm calling cap. And I went back and I checked it again to make sure. I said, let me see, did the referee initiate the break? Because I knew I wasn't tripping right in my mind. I'm like, I know for a fact he obliged Tank Davis in breaking that fight and taking the break. Tank Davis most definitely said, hey, bro, they fighting in the crowd. And what you did was you looked over and you said, yeah, they is fighting. Now, y'all didn't say none of that shit. They didn't say none of that shit out their mouth. But that's what happened when Tank stepped back, looked at the crowd. He looked at you. He stepped back, looked at the crowd, looked at you. And you put your guard down. You wanted the break too. Now, the break stopped your momentum. You most definitely should have kept going. And that's what everybody said. I know for a fact D-Man said that. D-Man was like, well, Hector should have kept going. And yes, Hector most definitely should have kept going. Hector allowed that break, and he allowed Tank to break his motherfucking eye, right? You gave Tank a break, and he gave you a break. That's what happened when you give Tank a break. You ain't supposed to stop. You ain't supposed to let up off no power puncher. You saw he was still hitting you, right? But you saw his punches wasn't having the same effect that they was having early. Now, some people may, saw different. I don't got no horse in that race, so I saw the fight, I saw, right? I saw, Tank Davis punches. I saw I never seen, nobody take Tank punches like that. That's because Tank, punches was starting to come down to earth a little bit, just for a second, for a split second, right? And then the situation happened, right? And then y'all took that little break, and then his motherfucking, then he became Tank again, and he put your ass up out of there with that regular ass peanut butter cracker suit that you had on, looking like a motherfucking vanilla lemon wafer and shit. That motherfucking suit, and that suit was big as hell. That suit wasn't even clean. You didn't look like no good lawyer. You look like a cheap ass lawyer. You like one of them $55 lawyers a nigga used to get for them little pet ass crime. You know what I mean? You didn't look like a good lawyer. Why you talking about everybody look like delinquents? And I'm glad he knocked your motherfucking eye out, because now you ain't gonna be able to lawyer no motherfucking battle with that badass suit choice you got. Stop wearing motherfucking peanut butter suits and you peanut butter. That shit don't go together. Bitch, you look naked. If you didn't have on that white t-shirt up under there, I would have thought you didn't have on shit. After looking like a goddamn peanut butter McMuffin cracker and shit. That badass suit. I'm glad your dumb ass stopped and Tank knocked your ass out. Talking about everybody look like goddamn delinquent. And now your dumb ass gonna come out and say you knew. Your dumb ass gonna come out and say the ref shouldn't have stopped. Nigga, you knew you weren't supposed to stop. I know what happened. You was getting the momentum, right? But you thought that, oh yeah, shit, well, I'm gonna take me a break too, right? So I can get me some energy. I'm gonna get me some energy too. I'm gonna take me a break. And your dumb ass ain't account for Tank being a goddamn super athlete. You know what I mean? Yeah, you'll get your energy back, but he gonna get his energy back too. And you saw how he was hitting your ass before he got tired. So why would you give that man any kind of break with your dumb ass? And I'm happy he knocked your shit loose. And I'm glad that you got to the hotel and you saw that you had the momentum at the time and you know you blew it. Because now I know you really upset. Motherfucker, delinquent that with your dumb ass. This nigga said, I should have kept. You damn right you should have kept going. I was like, why the hell you stopped? You damn right you should have kept going. I was like, bro, what you stopped for? The fight not supposed to stop. What go on outside the ring? You can ask any boxer this. What go on outside the ring don't got shit to do with you. The only time they stop fights is like the fan man. The fan man landed in the ring. They do not stop fights for brawls. They stop fights for brawls inside the ring, not for outside of the ring. You know what I mean? That shit, what go on outside the ring don't affect what go on inside the ring. You see, when the fight broke out, the referee wasn't looking at shit. He was looking at y'all. Y'all started looking outside, and the referee paused the action. When y'all started looking outside, y'all alerted the referee what was going on outside of the ring. You know what I mean? Y'all took a pause and then allowed the referee to pause. Just like if your mouthpiece get knocked out, referee pick that bitch up, he wait for a break in the action. When it's a break in the action, then he could break the action. The referee could never just break the fight unless y'all hold me, unless y'all break it unless y'all pause the fight. Y'all stopped, so he broke the action. Your dumb ass stopped. When Tank looked over, you were supposed to rush his ass. You being Mr. Nice Man in the ring and shit, trying to be Mr. Professional and shit. When Tank looked over, you should have rushed his motherfucking ass. You saw what Ugas did to Earl? That was Ugas' mistake. I said the same thing, bro. If Southern T ain't nothing, bro, Southern T consistent. I said the same thing with Ugas. I got 21 people in the business. I got 30 likes. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that thumbs up for you. OT Bizzle. What's good, OTB? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, King. But I'm consistent though, bro. I'm always Mr. Consistent with my favorite fighters, your favorite fighters, everybody. What I say Ugas should have did. If you been here, exactly, Roja. Hey, if you been here, what I say when Earl Spence dropped his mouthpiece and Ugas two-piece, what I say he should have did. I'm gonna see who really been here. And I know ain't number 20 y'all in here, so it's 20 red niggas. I'm probably finna lose 4 y'all because I'm probably about 6 of y'all ain't been here, right? But the other 2 people gonna stay because they want to know what I said back then about Ugas and Earl. What I say when Ugas hit Earl with the 1-2. And take that literally, right? The 1-2. We know boxing, right? Y'all know the 1 and the 2 is. Ugas hit Earl with a 1 and a 2 when he dropped his mouthpiece. What I said Ugas should have did to Earl when he dropped his mouthpiece. What I say? I want somebody to take a stab at it. I really want somebody to take a stab at it. Because I'm Mr. Consistency. You goddamn right, Hector, you should have kept going. You goddamn idiot. You goddamn idiot. Damn right you should have kept going. You paused the break in the action. Y'all did. The fighters did. The referee can't pause y'all. Referee not trying to jump in there and get his shit knocked off for one, right? The rules say he can't jump in there and pause. He can't stop it until it's a break in the action no matter what. Thank you, Rozier. Rozier. Fuck. He was supposed to rush that nigga. He hit that man twice and he stopped. And he stopped. Bro, he hit that man. But the reason he did it, I know why he did it. He did it because the referee had already said stop, right? But that's before I knew the referee said stop, right? That was the day after. Because I was at the fight, I could hear inside of the ring, right? But the referee had already said stop twice. So that's why Ugas didn't rush Earl. Because he knew that he broke the rules. The referee said stop, and then he said boop, boop. You know what I mean? But even then, I said, Ugas, if you was gonna take your 2 free ones, you should have threw a 3-4. Ugas threw a 1-2. Tell me y'all don't remember me saying that shit, bro. I'm consistent. I said, Ugas, if you was gonna take your 2 free ones like you did, you hit him with a 1-2. You should have hit him with a 3-4 with no mouthpiece. Hook, left hook, right hook. You know what I mean? You hit him with a jab straight. You should hit him with a left hook, right hook. You know what I mean? Like Roger, like Jamel, you should have, you know what I'm saying? You should have hit his head with a left hook, right hook. Combination, bro. You know what I mean? Hector, you goddamn right. You should have kept going. You saw you was starting to flow a little bit. You saw even though he was busting your motherfucking ass, right? You saw that you weren't going down. You saw that, oh shit, I'm counter, right? Dealing with these motherfuckers a little bit. He knocked your eye loose, right? But he ain't swell your eye up. He ain't bust your lip. He ain't knock you out cold. You was kind of dealing with that shit. You know what I mean? You goddamn right you should have kept going. What you fucked up was when you gave him the opportunity to take a break. And that's when he beat your motherfucking ass. Because you gave that man a second win to beat your motherfucking ass. And I'm glad he did it too. I'm glad he did it. But you saw what was going on. Y'all was starting to mix that shit up. And you stopped. And so referee could stop y'all. When you decide to stop, the referee can stop you now. Legally. Referee can stop y'all now. Legally. You feel me? You got that right. You should have kept going. Just like Ugas should have threw a 3 and a 4. Just like Ugas should have kept going. Should have threw a 3 and a 4. But you saw what happened to Ugas when he didn't keep going. And you saw what happened to you when you didn't keep going. You know what I mean? Goddamn dummy. Right? But I digress, right? I digress. Let's get on. Going from one peanut head nigga in the peanut butter suit, right? Going to another milk dud head ass nigga in a fucking blueberry muffin suit. Why Tim Bradley always wearing them goddamn blue and purple suits and shit like he a motherfucking grape or some shit? Might look like a goddamn prune sitting up there with that milk. Might like a milk dud in a motherfucking prune suit. That nigga look like a pack of fucking government cheese. Old government cheese sitting up there. That nigga look like a milk dud in a blueberry muffin box. Motherfucking Space Invader head ass nigga, man. Man, always wearing like light blue and purple. Fuck you think you is a raisin? Fucking chocolate raisin milk dud head. Knockout. What's good, knockout? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, knockout. Glad you can make it right from a peanut to a milk dud shout. You know what I mean? The boy look like what's good, knockout. My boy knockout. That was good, knockout. Appreciate you sliding through. I got 23 people in the building. If y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy. We winding down on to the end, but I can give y'all the rundown real quick, right? Michaela Maya is about to fight Christina Lodato. Christina Lodato is a former multi-weight division champ, unified champ. She's the only person to beat Alyssa Bumgarner. Michaela Maya is about to fight her next, but Michaela Maya said after that fight, or she know the undisputed fight with Serrano and Katie Taylor probably about to happen. She said if something fall through with that, and that fight don't go down, she'll be open to fighting Katie Taylor. That's her dream fight at 135. Since she's moving up to 135, she want all the smoke. She ain't trying to wait, right? Shout out Michaela Meyer. Then, Josh Taylor injured himself, I guess, during training camp. I guess he going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. So the fight with Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall is up in the air. They don't know if they going to let Jack Catterall, fight a stay busy fight for the WBO interim belt, or they don't know if they go just, wait it out and wait on Josh Taylor to see what he going to do. But I tell you this, if they fight for a WBO interim belt, Josh Taylor probably ain't going to fight Jack Catterall at all, and Josh Taylor effectively probably ain't going to fight again, because I think part of the reason he ain't fought Jack Catterall yet ain't because he injured, right? Ain't because he just don't want to. I think it's because, he got a lot going on with Daniel Killahan. His money situation is publicly known. He was working with DK, MTK Global. It's publicly known MTK Global is under investigation for working with the mob. It's publicly known that all those assets, have been frozen. So I think Josh Taylor got to figure out exactly, and they got to figure out exactly how much Josh Taylor money came from, the mob, the illegally, right? Josh Taylor may not be illegal, but his bosses, people he was working for, maybe obtained his money illegally. So he won't be able to spend that money. You know what I mean? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, knockout boxing. And I also think that he's trying to, what's good, AB? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, AB. Glad you can make it. And I also think that he's trying to wait Jack Catterall out because he want a mental edge. He want a physical edge over Jack Catterall, right? Which will even out that mental edge that I believe Jack Catterall has over him. Jack Catterall just got him out of character again last Saturday at the Chris Eubank Liam Smith fight. That was about to come to blows. Josh Taylor was real upset. He stood up and he rushed Jack Catterall, right? But his foot's supposed to be hurt. So however that worked, you can fight him on the street, right? But you can't get in the ring and fight him because your foot messed up. Your foot looked fine to me over the ringside, right? But I digress. I think he wanted to keep Jack Catterall out of the ring to build up a little ring rust, right? To build up a little confidence within himself, right? And to add, maybe Jack Catterall may come in out of shape, right? So I think he's trying to wait him out a little bit. I think it's a lot of uncertainty going on with their fight, which is why these random events keep happening, right? But now, and then I started talking about Hector Garcia. I just got off Hector Garcia. Hector Garcia came out and said that he went back and he looked at the fight and he felt like that he should have just kept going. He felt like that he was building momentum in that tank fight, and when the break in the action stopped, right, he felt like that changed the momentum of the fight. Not even saying that I disagree with Hector Garcia, right, but I'm grilling Hector Garcia because you goddamn right, you should have kept going. I'm also grilling Hector Garcia because in telling how he felt, right, he also still blamed the referee. He said that the referee stopped that fight, right? So I went back to look at it. The referee did not stop that fight. By rules, the referee cannot stop the fight. The referee can only stop the fight when it's a break in the action. What goes on outside of the ring does not affect what goes on inside of the ring. The referee didn't even know that it was a problem going on outside of the ring until both fighters took a break in the action, which allowed the referee to pause the fight and let them tend to what was going on outside of the ring. So Hector told the truth, and then he lied at the same time. And again, I'm Mr. Consistency. You goddamn right you should have kept going. I'm mad at your dumb ass now because you just came out and said that you knew you should have kept going, right? You said you felt like you was swinging the momentum, then the referee stopped the fight. So you lied first, and then you came back and said that, man, I look back and say I should have kept going. I should have kept going. So you lied, you told the truth at the same motherfucking time. You know what I mean? Now, I ain't even saying that I don't disagree with the momentum swing because I feel like that's natural, right? If a fight happened, then it's a pause in the action, the momentum is going to change. Either way, y'all both are new again, right? And when you become a new again with a dude who got more power than you, you at a disadvantage. You got to start all over. What happened was you didn't make the adjustment after the fight stoppage. You came out fighting Tank like he was still tired. And that's why your ass ended up getting your motherfucking eye knocked loose because you were supposed to start back boxing him again after the goddamn break. But you came right back out with the plan you had before the goddamn break. And that's why he knocked your motherfucking shit loose. And again, I'm not even mad that he knocked your motherfucking shit loose. I'm actually happy that he knocked your motherfucking shit out while we were fighting because I could have swore he was getting touched. Yeah, he was, Teddy. You came in a little late, but I go ahead and hop back on it real quick, right? Tank was still hitting Hector, right? But as clean as Tank was hitting Hector, TD, most people would have been knocked out. They would have been asleep, right? Hector was able to stay up at the time because Tank was kind of a little bit of his power was leaving off his shots. He's still a good enough boxer to hit Hector clean and shit, right? But Hector was taking that shit. Normally, right? A nigga wouldn't be able to take that shit because the point that they was in the fight, I feel like Tank didn't have maybe that one shot KO power at that point right then and there. He really didn't even have the one shot KO power. And Hector, when he did it, he kind of just knocked his vision loose. You know what I'm saying? It shook Hector up. Hector was like, hell no, I'm done. Right? Knocked his vision loose. But the one shot power, I think at that point, to put him to bed that we know Tank got, I think that was gone. Right? But what they did was they allowed Tank to get just enough power back to be able to knock his shit loose. You know what I mean? They both were still getting hit. Tank was still hitting him. I'm not saying Tank wasn't hitting him, but the punches went the same. They weren't doing the same effect. He's argued that Hector Devil dog because he was getting yeah. That's what I'm saying. Teddy, he said yeah. Tank seemed flat that night. You know what I'm saying? So, Hector was tough until he wasn't. Yeah, knockout. And then again, I'm not saying I disagree with Hector. Hector was after the break. Where Hector fucked up was after the break, he was still inside fighting Tank. You know what I mean? He was supposed to start back boxing Tank. He came back fighting Tank like he was before the fucking break. And you can't do that. Eventually, he got his ass up out of there because, you know what I mean? He still didn't get that one hitter quitter shutout power back, but he got close to it, right? He didn't get to 100%, right? But Tank probably got back to about 80%. You get what I'm saying? And 80% of Tank is a dangerous Tank. Maybe he was fighting. I don't know exactly how them folks was feeling, right? Maybe Tank was fighting them at 65% before the break, right? And then he got like the 80%. And then he was able to put his ass back, you know what I'm saying? Get his ass out of there type deal. But my thing is with that situation is Hector's fault. It's Hector let Tank stop the fight, right? When the fight happened, Tank looked over. He stepped back. He looked at Hector. Tank still know he in the fight, right? And then Hector looked over. He looked back at Tank. Tank stepped back again. He looked at Hector and he dropped his hands. And then Hector dropped his hands. And the referee broke them up. Referee can't break the fight unless y'all stop the action. So y'all stop that fucking fight. You know what I mean? He said he would have been better off just asking for a rematch instead of making excuses. Yeah, facts, AB. AB, he would have been better off just kept going like he's saying, folks. Throw it out. Bro, the nigga just should have kept going. The ref legally could. The ref didn't even know what was going on outside of the ring because he don't give a fuck. What's outside of the ring don't got nothing to do until the ref hear that, or you hear that ding ding. He don't nothing stop the fight. But y'all and him can't nothing stop the fight. But y'all, somebody get knocked out, or y'all grab each other, and then him when he separate y'all and tell you motherfuckers to go fight. You know what I mean? He didn't even see that shit outside the ring. Y'all stopped. And then they made him break the action and take a look. You know what I mean? That's Hector's fault. That's what I would do, Roger. Yeah, facts, Teddy. Yeah. That's what I would do. Because he's a good fighter. Now I hope Tank ain't damaged him to where he can't take punches no more, right? I hope he ain't damaged him to where he can't take punches no more, right? But if Tank couldn't knock him out, then I think it's gonna be tough for anybody to knock him out, right? You know what I mean? He just ain't to stop. And he just, yeah, facts, AB. I'm telling you, bro. I'm Mr. Consistency. Again, if y'all been here, when Ugas jumped on Earl, bro, I said Ugas should have the same. I said, bro, you should have kept going. Now I know why. I found out why Ugas stopped later because the ref said stop. And then I said, well, if you was gonna cheat, motherfucker, you should have hit his head with a 3 and a 4 and not a 1 and a 2. Left hook, right hook, and not a jab straight. You know what I mean? If you was gonna get you 2 off, you know what I mean? But these people be forgetting that it's a fight. Earl asked for guys to fight. Look down at his mouthpiece. You know what I mean? But it be small decisions within the fight, bro. That swing and change fights. You know what I mean? So we gotta see if that I can take punishment in the future. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta see if he traumatized. He might not want to take punches at all no more, right? Yeah. So that's the catcher, right? That's me catching y'all. He said Ugas would have died if EJ Ugas would have died if he jumped on EJ and didn't finish him. Yeah, what I'm saying now, like when he hit him right, he should hit him with a 3-4 and jumped on him. When he hit the ropes, when EJ was hitting the ropes, Teddy, Ugas should have been following his ass. Teddy, when he hit him and EJ hit the rope, he should have been following his ass with that right hook from hell. You know what I mean? EJ wouldn't have been able to recover from that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So he with the 1-2, right, Teddy, load up that right hook from hell. Boom, boom. And come across with that right hook on EJ ass and just take the point. At that point, you just take the point, right? But you change the whole momentum of the fight. Because EJ go get up because he a brick house. He go get up and continue, right? But you hit a nigga with a 2-piece, no mouthpiece and a right hook. You know what I mean? EJ go get up because he a dog. You got to then you finish. You know what I mean? He's at that 3-4, then EJ would have get scared. Or you got him. Now you got to, hey, look, you got to hit him with, you got to, nah, he ain't looking, Teddy. He ain't looking. You got to load that bitch up from the gods, Teddy. Not just a 3-4. You know, Teddy, not just a 3-4, Teddy. You got to hit his ass. Ugas hit his ass with a 1-2, right? If he was going to hit him with the 1-2, he should have loaded up a motherfucking. He should have loaded up a 3 from his ass. You know what I mean? I would have hit his ass with the 3-4. If I was going to cheat, like Jamel, I would have hit his ass with the, I would have stuffed his ass with, You know what I mean? Like Floyd, see, Floyd, you saw what Floyd hit Hector with? You saw what, y'all remember what Floyd, Victor, y'all remember what Floyd clean, y'all remember what Floyd cleaned Victor ass up with? Let me see if I can find that shit real quick. Y'all remember what? Y'all remember what Floyd cleaned Victor ass up with, man? That's the jump Ugas should have did. That's the jump Ugas should have did, dog. That's the joint, bro. I'm telling y'all, these niggas don't know. See, Floyd, no. Watch this. I'm finna show y'all. Floyd hit his ass with a 3-4. I'm telling y'all, dog, a 3-4 hook. The second one was like a straight hook. It was a curve. It wasn't a straight because it was a curve to it. Check it out. My check, bro. Hit his ass with a motherfucking boy. Hit his ass with a motherfucking. This what Ugas and Hector should have did when the stoppage happened. They should have did this. Watch. This why I always use Floyd. People say you always use Floyd. Floyd the motherfucking standard, big. Shut up. If you ain't watching Floyd, you doing something wrong, ho. Floyd the motherfucking standard, big. Shut up. Inside the ring. Do what they should have did. Bro, Floyd is perfection and he dirty. Check him out. Do what they should have did. Let me tell you what he just said. It's all good, bro. It's cool. It's cool, you my friend. Bitch. He said, you hear, bro? He said, all good. He said, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, Padre. Yep. 3, 4. Stupid motherfucker. That's what he should have did. Dumb motherfucker. You stupid bitch. That's what he should have did. You know what I'm saying? He should have hit his ass. Fucking idiot. You go headbutt. Okay. He saw Floyd lined his head up and everything. Floyd grabbed the mic, top of his head and shit. He earmuffed him. Floyd said, yeah, it's all good. He put his head on him. Y'all know what I just realized? Floyd wasn't never hugging him. Floyd was lining him up the whole time. Bro, I thought Floyd started lining him up, bro, after he took his arms off him. Bro, Floyd was putting his head on the fucking line the whole time. That way he was positioning his head. Because he had his hand on his shoulders. He put his hand on his head, right? Then he laid both gloves on his shoulders. And then as soon as he came off the shoulder, nigga said, hit his head with this short 3-4. Stupid bitch. The AJ kills. Oh shit. Stupid bitch. Silly bitch. The nigga said, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. You stupid motherfucker. He snapped them hoes too. God damn. See them niggas, that's why you watch Floyd, because Floyd the standard. Floyd the standard, you stupid motherfucker. That's why I always go to Floyd. Floyd got you. Floyd got you. You want to be a tactician? Floyd got you. You want to fight in the inside? Floyd got you. You want to brawl? Madonna? Floyd got you. You want to be dirty? Headbutt Victor Ortiz? Floyd got you. You know what I mean? You want to go in the fight and not get touched? Floyd got you. You want to knock a nigga ass to sleep? Floyd got you. You know what I mean, bro? Stop playing with. He's the standard, bro. You name me another fighter where I can go to one fighter and show you everything that I need to show you. Name me another nigga. Name me another nigga I could pull up if I'm having a random boxing conversation and I want to show you how to do some shit the right way. Name me another fighter I could go to and I can show you every motherfucking thing. That's why I always use Floyd Mayweather, because I can always go to Floyd because Floyd gonna do that shit right, and he gonna do it the right way with the right technique. Come on, man. Even if it's dirty, bro. Floyd put that man head ass on the line, but he's not just. Man, let me, bro. Watch this. The whole time, bro, he lining him up. The whole fucking hug was to line that man ass up. The whole fucking hug was to line that man ass up. Look at this shit. He was putting that man head on the line the whole time. Check him out. Check him out. The whole time, look. Look at him. He not even, Floyd not hugging him. He hugging Floyd. Floyd put his hands on this. Floyd was about to do it right then, but he couldn't. The referee was it. Look, he was about to look. Just look at him. Look at him. He was about to do it, but the referee walked up. Look. You see him? Floyd is never hugging him. He trying to hug Floyd. Look at Floyd's arms, bro. Look. Floyd put his hand on his chest and his chin. Look, he try to see which hand he gonna hit him with. He try to see, am I gonna hit him? He tried to see if I gonna hit him with the left hand. He tried to see, hey, am I finna stick this nigga with the left hand? He said, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna hit him with the quick hand first. I'm gonna hit him with the lead hand so I could get him. I'm gonna touch his chin just to knock him loose for a second. And then I'm gonna load up this backhand, bro. He sized him up the whole time. Look, bitch. He said, I'm gonna hit him with the lead hand to loosen him up a little bit. He said, he had to get him out the referee way. He had to walk him. Floyd had to walk his ass away from the referee first. He said, I'm gonna hit his ass with the lead hand first, shake him up a little bit. He said, I'm gonna shake his ass up a little bit. I'm gonna shake his ass up a little bit with this quick right. I'm gonna shake. Now that's the left, ain't it? He said, I'm gonna shake his ass up a little bit with this quick left, and I'm gonna load up this motherfucking bomb. I'm gonna load this motherfucking bomb on his ass, right? We gonna open his ass up like a freak bitch. And what Floyd do? This how you open up the freak. Look, this how what you do. Open up, right? Stupid bitch. Stupid motherfucker. Don't you ever headbutt me again, your goddamn life. Stupid bitch. Look, check the man out. Bitch, that shit was beautiful. Bitch. Stop playing. Hey, bitch. Nah, I need that jump right when it come on. Like, bitch. Yeah, there you go. Bitch. Stop playing. Don't you be hit. Bitch, don't you hit. Bitch, go to sleep, you stupid motherfucker. Don't you be out here playing with motherfucking the goat like that. Don't you be playing with the motherfucking goat like that. Like this shit is sweet out here. This shit ain't sweet. Floyd said, it's all good. Floyd, bitch, stop playing with me. Floyd hit his ass with that check right, with that check hook. Floyd said, it's all good. Bitch, stop. Big, he loaded that right up. Man, look, dog, don't you be out here headbutting, bro. Look, I bet you he won't headbutt nobody else. What's the first rule of boxing? Protect yourself at all times. See, Floyd knew that. Floyd knew that shit, man. Floyd knew that shit, man. And then look at the form. Matter of fact, let's look at the form. He said, hey, that's fine line. That was some fun. Hey, God, let's check the format. Y'all want to get technical? Let's check the format real quick before we kill peanut bread. Y'all want to talk about the form on the hooks? I mean, what you want? Come on, we can have us an OTB session real quick. Look at damn. Look at that. Like, bitch, quick snapping. He ain't loaded, did it? He ain't loaded. Check him out. You can see it good from this angle. He ain't loaded up. He snapped it. All that you go get from loading the punch up, you can make up for it in speed, right? In quickness. He gonna snap it. You snap it, you might not knock him out, but you will knock him loose. And then you hit him with the power shot. When he off balance, check him out. Technique, snap, bitch. Load it. Back foot. Bitch. Go to sleep. Beautiful. Look at him. He said, beautiful technique. Beautiful guys. Dynamite. Hey, look, I'm getting ready to run though. I might go live again. I'm finna switch loads, man. I'm finna switch locations. I might go live again. I'm sorry, y'all. Matter of fact, I do another live stream and cook peanut bread. Right, we'll cook peanut bread on a different live stream. Later on today. I swear to God. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. Skin Hardaway Southern Tea. This ain't the past. This ain't the future, but just the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Look.